What? I'm gonna check on these bees. I put that feeder out there, and I don't think they're touching it. I really don't. But I did put some dry feed on the strip. I don't know what it's called. The landing, the entrance to the hive, and they were flying through it, and collecting some of that dust. And I mean, it sticks to their bodies. This gate's got to be the most annoying. And the turkeys in the background. Yeah, they could have just blew that dust away when they're flying in and out. You can see a bunch of it on the ground, but I could have dumped that too. Try getting close without getting stung here. But they're collecting. You can see they're way more active today. Oh, I can't get, where's it at? If I can get focused here. They're starting to swarm around me when I stay still here. But I've been working. I got some sweat going on. You can see them bounce. See them mounting up that clump right there. They're using it. Ooh. I almost got stung. I'm about to get stung. I'm just trying to catch a little bit of this. They're moving that stuff. They're eating it. They're bringing it in. That's a really good sign. The directions don't say to put it right there. Maybe because you invite other pests, but no, they're really going after that feed. That's really good news. I'm gonna get up out of here. It's a little bit warmer this morning. I'm gonna lift this up here and see if there's anything in this top feeder. And that's crazy. Yesterday there was nothing going on here. And there's ridges on that cup and then the inside part too, so they can climb in and out. I'm pretty close to getting stung here. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna sneak up out of here. Tell you what, I got stung in my face and neck and my fingers. I got stung a few times. It's just my stupidity. And I tell you, I don't think I'm allergic. But if there's levels to it, I'm one of the levels. If this was a permanent fence right here, I would put a different latch on that. That's annoying. I'm gonna dump some more of this dry bee feed. I'm gonna drop it on this landing strip and see what happens. See if they get mad at me for feeding them. You see how they just kind of, when they fly, they just barrel out of there. Like, if I had this in slow motion, you'd be able to see it. But when they're flying past it, they'll pick it up sometimes, and they pick it up on their legs and everything else. Well, that all goes to something. They're gonna feed, they're gonna get energy, they're gonna be able to build comb. Pretty excited that I found the queen yesterday, or the day before, and that there is some brood. There's not a lot, but she is laying and she's trying. And now that I supplied them with some energy and some food, they should be able to continue on. There was a ton, not a ton, there wasn't a lot, but there were a couple frames just almost full of honey before the winter started, and now there's absolutely none. It's all brood cells, and there's nothing stored, and that's sad because I let it get that way by not going out there and inspect it. The last time I inspected it, it was there was a lot of brood, and there was some honey stored, and I felt like I broke down one of the supers so that, or there's a middle box in there. I broke it down and took it out for the winter, and I just didn't tend to it, and they went through all of their honey storage, because they'll keep enough just for them to make it through winters and as like a reserve, and then any extra they put up on the top super, the top box, and that's the stuff that you get. And then winter's coming, you give them a little extra for the winter to get by. But our winters are kind of mild here, but there's nothing really in bloom right now. It's gonna happen real soon here. Besides the alfalfa that comes in around us, got a couple alfalfa fields by the house, but all my citrus is they're not in bloom. So, and then other than that, we don't have our garden going this year. So I'd like to actually put like a nice flower garden, a bee-friendly flower garden right here. Get this all built up. And I'm sure the chickens would destroy it, so I'd have to do something with the chickens. But there's some places that I'd like to plant something else just for the bees. But right now they're really active. I like that. They're getting that feed, and the cow over there, I thought somebody was messing around. The cow's over there playing with the Bones. He's having a wrestling match with that gate. That stall that we have, kind of the only covering that they have for rain or sun, besides the trees. You having a wrestling match? Huh? You having a wrestling match with that? There you are. What? What are you trying to do? Huh? What are you trying to do? Everybody likes cows until they get licked by one. I don't mind it, but they can get pretty messy. Tita, go. know if you guys can see that one. He's just floating, hovering above it, and he's just collecting. He's collecting with his front, and he's putting them on his legs in the back. You see that big clump on his legs. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And what he'll do is he'll go inside with his legs and he cleans them off, and that's what he uses to feed and tend to the hive. Or I should say she. I'm not a bee expert, but the ones that are out collecting honey and or pollen and all that stuff is they're all female. And they don't live very long. They only live, I think 4 to 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and then they're done. That's their lifespan. And their only goal is to provide for the queen. So by doing that, you get to support the whole community here and get the hive going and let her lay her eggs and feed her and tend to her. And so they all have a job to do. And the male bees are called drones, and they look a little different. They'll have bigger eyes. They'll look like they have bigger eyes. It's just nice to see that they're coming in with supplies. You see that one just kind of came in, is floating around. She's about to go in. She got that dark orange color on her legs. They're out collecting from somewhere. And that's a real good sign to see that they're active. I know it's I don't know, some people love bees, and I'm not a huge bee expert or nothing like that, but it's really interesting stuff. If you just take a little, I can't remember where it is, like Penn State or something, but they had a free bee course online, and you can complete it in an hour or 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. I can't remember, it's been a while, but you can actually learn a lot just from that little course. And they put it together just so people get a better awareness of what bees do for the rest of the world and their role. Why it's important to have them. I'm not saying it's important that everybody has a beehive, but depending on where you live, but what they do to get some of this stuff. A lot of fields around here, they have farmers, they have these alfalfa fields or whatever they're growing, and they'll have beekeepers put their bees up, their hives up along the fields, and that helps that the farmers get the honey. They'll market the honey as alfalfa honey or whatever, and then in turn the bees are actually helping them pollinate the rest of their plants, and it's good for everybody. Also, if you're allergic to certain things, or you can take some of that honey, and it kind of helps you with your allergies, depending on your locality. Here, there's a lot of citrus alfalfa honey. You can get it with clove, and I don't know how that works with clove, if it's just infused or not, but here we just have alfalfa and citrus naturally. But yeah, it's really interesting. I can't wait for these to get this fruit out of here, and somebody buys all this fruit and we get some flowers growing on these trees.